This week on Machinery Pete TV, an eclectic assortment of equipment could be found on this Union, Iowa sale, but a pair of 55 series Deere tractors certainly caught everyone's attention. Pete looks at the softening market for under 40 horsepower tractors, and Kent Corbin gets to show off his Farmall 1256 Turbo from the Show Me State.
Your machinery is a serious investment and at the heart of every farming operation. Some call it a passion. We're Machinery Pete TV, and today we'll cover everything from auction roundups to the classics to the latest trends and technology. Machinery Pete, the most trusted name in farm equipment.
Machinery Pete thanks these premier sponsors for their support. Sullivan Auctioneers. Let our team of professionals show you how to make your auction a success. Visit sullivanauctioneers.com. A&I Products is a lower cost, quality replacement parts solution for all types and ages of ag equipment across all brands. Visit aiproducts.com. Hey folks, welcome to Union, Iowa. We're down here to film an auction today by our friends at Mid-Iowa Auction Company. Matt Paglia has built an amazing business in just 5 years, and I tell you, we're going to focus on some really sharp tractors today. Obviously, you can see here a 4555 and a 4455. These things have pretty low hours. I think they're going to be hot sellers. And behind me is a 2000 model Case IH MX180, 3,500 plus hours. I think that thing could set a record. Now, before all this tractor fun, we got to go back to the studio, catch up on the latest farm equipment news.
All right, thanks, Pete. I'm Clinton Griffiths. The Soy Transportation Coalition saying conditions along the Mississippi River remain very concerning. Executive Director Mike Steenhoek tells us low water conditions are putting limits on channel depth and width. A 2 to 3 foot reduction like the one in place now means up to 15,000 fewer bushels per barge. Now, the barge industry is also maintaining a maximum of 25 barges connected together along the lower part of the river. That compares to almost 40 barges at a time it would normally push. AccuWeather says the low water levels could lead to economic losses of $20 billion. But there is a bit of a bright spot. The river gauge in Memphis shows the river has seen a 1.5 foot increase in water depth over the past 4 days. Food price inflation still very much at play at the grocery store. USDA now forecasting 2022 prices for all food rising 9.5% to 10.5%. Specifically, food bought at the grocery store is expected to move up between 11% and 12%, while food at restaurants could increase 7% to 8%. Forecasters still see smaller increases in 2023. They expect prices to rise 3% to 4%. That's it for news. And now a look at some recent prices from around the country.
Machinery Pete TV is brought to you by Farm Shop MFG. Did you know that 20% of stored corn is often overventilated by 3 points of moisture? On 100,000 bushels, that's a whole semi-load. Stop this problem for less with the End Zone for Corn from Farm Shop MFG. Specially priced at $1,800 per unit while supplies last.
All right, folks, we have a very nice, just over 20-year-old tractor here, a 2000 model Case IH MX180, 3,524 hours on it. Now, of course, the pre-def Preacher 4 good condition lower hour tractor has been red hot. Now, coming into the sale today, the highest auction price I've ever seen on an MX180 with over 3,000 hours on it. $56,000 2 years ago up my way in Minnesota, but potential to blow past that today, I think.
You put it online at 70,000, 72.5. You put it at 72, we'll get you 71,000. We'll do it the easy way. 70,000, 71, 70,000, 71, 70,000, 71, 1, 70,000, 71. Yep. 71, 72, online, 71, 72. 71, 72, 72, 71, 72,000, 71, 72. One time at 71.5, boys, 71.5. 71, 71.5, 71, 71.5.
Yes.
71.5, now 72. 71.5 and 72, 71.5 and 72. 71.5 and 72, online at 71.5, now 72,000. 71.5 is a bid, now 72,000.
Yes.
Now 72.5. 72, 72.5, 72.5, 72,000 online is now 72.5. 72 and 75 and 75. Now 73. Now 73, 3, 72.5 and 73 and 73 and 73. 73. Here we go. 72.5, 73, 3, 72.5 and 73. Anybody else? 72.5 is a bid, now 73. Sold it. 72,500. Put it on buyer.
249.
All right, folks, let's talk John Deere 4555s. So from 2019 to 2021, the average auction price held very steady. It was $27,000 to $27,300. But so far this year, that average has jumped a whopping 43.6%, up to $38,862. And I think it's about to go up more, because we're going to watch this 1990 model sell with 4,906 hours. I think we're going to blow way past 50,000. Here with Matt Paglia, Mid-Iowa Auction Company. Matt, we have a 1990.
1990.
4555, and this is owned by Robert Miller down close to Des Moines.
Pleasantville, Iowa, yep.
Boy, again, you're falling right into that sweet spot with a 55 series, under 5,000 hours, nice condition. What else stands out to you about this tractor, Matt?
Tractor, I like that it's had a good home. It was just a grain farmer, grain cart, a lot of hours put on that way. An older gentleman took care of it, farmed low acres.
And Mr. Miller also owns the feature item on the show today, that 4455, which we'll talk about in a little bit. So these 55 series coming off a good home.
Very good home.
And have you known Robert Miller for a while? How did you get connected?
He called me a year ago on another tractor that would have been the most perfect feature tractor with 1,200 hours on it, an 8320.
Yeah, that would be a hot item.
They've been very hot, and I couldn't even put a value to it in today's terms.
Back in the day, you know, a big horse, but still versatile, get the job done around the farm.
They're just, people like them because they're easy to work on, they're easy to run, anybody at any age can get them and use them.
Right. Just bulletproof, aren't they?
They are.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to watch it sell, Matt.
Very much.
57, 57, 58, 57, 58, 57, 58, everybody now 57, 58, 57, 58, 57, 58, here we go, 57, 58, 57, 5, 58, 59, 59, sir, 59, now 60, now 60,000, I like saying 60 better, 59, now 60, 59, now 60, now 59, now 60,000, 59, now 60, now 60, 59, now 60, 59, now 60, 59, now 60, now 59, 60, now 61, 60,000, 61, 60,000, 60,000, now 60,500, now 61,000, 61, 60,500, 61, now 61, 61, 61, 60,500, now 61, anybody else? 60,500, now 61, 60,500, 61, 61, now 61 and 61, here we go, 60,500, 61. So the tractor, 60,500, number 1690, right up here to the next one.
Here are a few more items that sold on today's sale. What's that piece of equipment worth? Check out Machinery Pete's auction prices for the answer. Free to view, updated daily, all types of equipment. Go to machinerypete.com and click on the auction tab, then auction price data. Hey folks, I'm here with Matt Paglia with Mid-Iowa Auction Company out of Marshalltown, Iowa. And Matt, first of all, thank you for calling and telling me about this auction. You've got some nice stuff on this sale.
Yes, I mean, those low-hour tractors of Robert Miller's and Estate, and then the 9430 of Ron Lang's should bring pretty good money.
I think they're going to bring really good money, Matt. It's going to be fun to watch them sell, and it's been fun to watch you grow your business, Matt. Now let's talk about Mid-Iowa Auction Company. You got your start, was it just 5 years ago?
Correct,
2017.
Yeah.
But you had had a career in farming and the machinery business prior.
Yes. Farmed for 20 years. Lost my father in a farm accident. Kind of had to make a career change and just got into detailing and doing some things, and I got into the sales and enjoyed it enough. I love selling iron.
Okay. Well, now, so you started in 2017. The market was quite different then. Night and day almost.
Yeah.
What was that like, putting out your shingle and setting sail?
Well, you had to be a salesman. You had to call and learn how to sell, I guess, because you know, it wasn't taking orders like it is now, where it's a little bit easier.
Right. Now you've had quite an extensive used inventory lineup with Mid-Iowa Auction Company, and thank you for listing it on our website, machinerypete.com. But you've had quite a number of tractors and combines. Where do you source this equipment from? Mostly local, or?
Oh, it's all over the United States. I've got people in China looking. I got people in Mexico looking. There's tremendous the social media with WhatsApp and all the different things we use. I mean,
you were mentioning to me WhatsApp. You had folks from Saudi Arabia pinging you about some of this equipment.
Yes.
When you started 5 years ago, did you envision that type of communication worldwide?
No.
Hey folks, on Tractor Tales this week, we're off to Missouri to check out a beautifully restored Farmall 1256 Turbo.
This 1256 took the place of the 1206, and it was just another muscle tractor back there in the 60s. And it's one in my collection here, one of my favorites. I bought this one on a farm sale. It belonged to an older gentleman, and it was in real excellent shape. All I had to do was paint it. This one here, a lot of the parts are interchangeable. The only thing different on this one here's got a bigger motor. It did the heavy tillage. It did the plowing, the disc, and the field elevating. In the 60s there, these were the big tractors of that era. You know, they did all the heavy work. I like all red tractors, all Farmall tractors. And this is just one more. It's retired. It just does shows and parades. And that's all it does.
Got equipment to sell privately but tired of scams and hassles? Visit machinerypete.com and click Sell Mine. Machinerypete.com, the simple and secure way to buy and sell equipment online.
All right, folks, time for our feature item on the show today, a sweet 1992 John Deere 4455. This is off the Robert Miller retirement from about an hour away from here in central Iowa. Now, coming into the sale today, the average auction price on a 4455 is at an all-time high, $46,359. Now, obviously, we're going to blow way past that today with only 3,765 hours on it. To me, the magic number, will it hit 80,000 bucks? Hey folks, I'm here with Matt Paglia, owner of Mid-Iowa Auction Company out of Marshalltown. And again, Matt, thank you so much for giving me the heads up on this auction. And when you reached out to me, you said, Pete, I got a tractor on this sale. This baby's sweet. 92 model, what, about 3,700 plus hours on it?
3,700 hours.
And this came from, was it Robert Miller?
Robert Miller, Pleasantville, Iowa. I normally would sell something like this privately, but with the tractor market as hot as it is, I figured putting together an auction with all the different ones.
And a tractor like this, I mean, it sort of works as a magnet, moth to the flame, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Huge interest in this tractor, but this is the kind of stuff everyone looks for, right? Low-houred?
Low-houred, pre-def, And they like the 44 because it has the 540 and the 1000 PTO.
Right. Very versatile still.
Very versatile, yes.
Yeah, these 55 series we've been documenting for 10, 15 years now. The love for them. Rising prices, 4255s, 45s. I imagine the phone calls have been geographically probably not limited to central Iowa, I would guess.
I've had a lot of Texas calls on both these tractors.
Really?
A lot. I've sent pictures today all the way around. A lot of people are going to buy sight unseen, so the pictures are very important.
75, 76, 75 here, 76, 76, 77, 77, 78, 78, 77, 78, 79, 79, now 80,000, now 80, 80, 79, 80,000, 75, 180, 79, 180, here we go, 79.5, now 80,000, now 80,000, now 80,500, 80,500, now 81, 81, 1, 81, 80,581, you're out, Internet. 80,581, 81, 81, 81, 81. Here we go. Anybody else? 80,581. Sold it. 80,500 right in front of the truck here.
Well, folks, there you go. Pretty fun to watch the 92 John Deere 4455 sell with 3,765 hours on it. It did creep past that $80,000, that magic mark I was kind of looking at. And coming into the sale today, I'd only ever seen 7 4455s without a loader crack that 80K or more barrier, so now we're up to 8. Well, no doubt about it, folks. It's been the hottest used farm equipment market I've ever seen, strongest auction prices in my 33 years compiling this data. But I am beginning to see one emerging soft spot, and that's under 40 horsepower used tractors. Now, let's take a specific example. On an auction just on October 12th in Walla Walla, Washington, this 2021 model Kubota B2601 with 40 hours on it and a loader sold for $16,000. Not a strong price. I mean, it's the third highest one ever. But if we compare back to the spring, April 2nd on an auction in Pennsylvania, another 21 model B2601 with 13 hours and a loader sold for $18,500. So again, auction prices beginning to soften. Now, to understand why in this under 40 horsepower space they're softening when they're not with the large ag equipment, we need to understand what's happening on the dealer used lot. So here's a look at supply and demand. Now, this is data from our MachineryPete.com website. We've had almost 4.9 million searches on under 40 horsepower tractors for sale the last 2 years. And this chart is looking back just pre-pandemic, so spring of 2020. And you can see that blue supply line was quite a bit above the orange demand line. Of course, then the pandemic hit and the orange demand line shot skyward as people, hobby farm acreage owners, not able to spend money going out to eat at restaurants, not taking your kids to ball games, government sending you checks in the mail. And the buyer demand was just shot up instantly for these small horse tractors, ATVs, jet skis, boats, all that stuff. So new stuff sold out, used items on dealer lots just poof, gone. Now more recently, this has begun to self-adjust. Here's the updated look at supply and demand from MachineryPete.com, and you can see the blue supply line now is far ahead of the orange demand line as we have factors like inflation, rising gas prices, the stock market's wobbly. Buyers of small horse tractors are backing off. Now, the one other difference here, of course, versus large ag is there are just flat out more manufacturers in this space. So in addition to Deere, Case IH, New Holland, Massey Ferguson making under 40 horse tractors, you've got Branson, Coyote, Montana, and others. So when the demand took off in spring of 20, it didn't take as long to refill the pipeline. And now dealers have more inventory on their lots, buyers are backing off. That's why we're beginning to see softer auction prices. Well, folks, I told you we might see some smoking hot bidding today on these nice tractors on this auction in Union, Iowa. Really fun to be down here today and watch the Mid-Iowa Auction Company do their thing. And I tell you, $80,500 on the 4455, $60,500 on the 4555, and an all-time new record price on the MX180. Now tune in next week to Machinery Pete TV. We'll have some more fun equipment to feature for you. Machinery Pete thanks these premier sponsors for their support. Sullivan Auctioneers. Let our team of professionals show you how to make your auction a success. Visit sullivanauctioneers.com. A&I Products is a lower cost, quality replacement parts solution for all types and ages of ag equipment across all brands. Visit aiproducts.com.